Hey everybody, it's Romania Black. We're on season 2 of Free, episode 4, and last week's episode, the Butterfly Farewell, may be one of my favorite episodes of Free in the whole series. Like, it's definitely in my top 5. Like, I really loved episode 7 of season 1, and I loved the season finale, and I loved episode 11 with Ray confronting Rin, but this one, I don't know. Ray, his determination to like learn new swim styles, Rin being helpful and helping Ray. Like, Ray and Rin's friendship has been something so unexpected in this series, but so welcoming. Like, my heart was aflutter last episode. I was loving it. And then we have this silently angsty Sosuke. Like, Sosuke, his angst is so much different than Rin's, because Sosuke's got some angst. I'm seeing the angst of him not wanting to share Rin. Rin is so loud and emotional and just thrashes about like a shark. And Rin just wears his heart on his sleeve and is so emotional outwardly all the time and like cries and gets like overly emotional. And Sosuke seems very much the opposite. Like, Sosuke seems very internally emotional. Like, he's just like he projects things very quietly, but when he's serious about stuff, like, you can feel that tension, like him confronting Haru in episode 2. So I'm curious. The preview showed these two, Rin and Sosuke, and their relationship and their past, so I'm hoping we get more with that to kind of know, where's this all coming from? Why is Sosuke the way that he is? Why is he so kind of like overprotective of Rin as his friend? Like, I'm really curious about that. So I'm hoping we get some confirmation about that in this episode. But so far, y'all, season 2's been pretty good. I like season 2 a lot. And we still don't have new members for Iwatobi. We got our little tiny horny Momo, who really just needs to take a chill pill, and poor Notori has to deal with it. I'm like, I feel for Notori, man. He's just like, I did watch, I wanted to let you all know, I did go back and watch the OVAs, the free OVAs. I couldn't find them anywhere. They weren't on Crunchyroll. They weren't on Funimation. And luckily, this YouTuber was nice enough to send me links to them. So thank you for that. They sent me links to the episodes. They were just really, they were only like, there was 3 of them and they were only like 5 minutes each. So I didn't react to them on here, but they were really cute. But there was one I wanted to call out, and it was Notori and Rin. And Rin was begging Notori to like clean up his workspace, clean up his room, and finally he gets so frustrated, and it's before Rin moves out and Momo moves in with Notori. But there's a moment where Rin's like, we need to find a place for all your things. Your books go here. This goes here. And he pulls out, and it's like a hentai magazine. It's like a pornographic magazine, and it's Notori's. And he's like, this goes under your bed. And I was like, oh, Notori, I think of you as such an innocent person, but clearly not. Clearly you're just an average high school guy, right? So that was really funny to me. But yeah, the little frees they were cute. They're very cutesy. Also, go find those links. The one where we hear Haru's laughter, I think I made a comment on that video. It added 10 years to my life. Haruko's laugh, I was like, oh my gosh, amazing. So thank you for sharing those. I will react to the movies for free because they are on Crunchyroll and Funimation. I will react to those. And I obviously am going to react to season 3, but the small OVAs I didn't react to just because they were short, and I just wanted to watch them before going any further with season 2. So, with that being said, I've rambled enough. Let's jump in to episode 4, Somersault Turn of Promise. The episode titles for the show are so strange, but we're going to start episode 4 of Free Eternal Summer here in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, yeah, just, oh my gosh. What I really like about this episode is understanding kind of, we finally get Sosuke's perspective about Rin, and that was honestly really heartbreaking when he looked in the mailbox for letters from Rin and there weren't any more, and this idea that he had this friendship with Rin and they bonded as kids, and then when Rin went away, he stopped corresponding with him. And it's kind of like seeing the exact same thing that Haru and them went through. Like, Rin kind of shut himself off from everybody. And Sosuke kind of suffered for it, just like Haru and the others did. They just didn't have their friend anymore, and they were kind of closed off from that communication. But it's so interesting that Sosuke had that conversation with Rin before he went off to Australia, that the team isn't, you can't do the team and your own goals. You have to do one or the other. Like, that was Sosuke's philosophy. He's like, I don't want to be responsible for other people. I just want to be responsible for myself. And Rin, I think, took that kind of to heart, because when he comes back and meets Haru in the flashback from season 1 and sees him before, he really isn't thinking. He kind of has that same mentality. He's like, I don't want to be with you guys. I'm trying to accomplish my goals. So he really took Sosuke's words to heart, Rin did, in that flashback, which is interesting. But now Haru and the others have shown him that that's not the case. It's not just about yourself and about winning. It's about the team, for the team, as we established in the last season. And Sosuke just didn't get that. And I like that Sosuke here is like, I want to be your friend too. I want to be in the relay. I want to, I've been doing things wrong and I want to try to change that. So let me be in the relay too. And I think that's so cool that he says that, and then Rin's like, okay, we'll have to race to see if you can do the butterfly. So I guess is Rin going to do free then? And Sosuke's going to do butterfly, which is interesting, because then it's going to be Sosuke versus Rei, and it'll be Rin versus Haru again. I don't know. But Notori this episode, like him just, Notori trying his hardest, and I like that Rin's like, it doesn't matter how much talent you have, if you don't have hard work, it's going to be, and that ties back to so many sports anime, the trope of you can be really talented naturally, but if you don't work hard at it, you're not gonna hone in on those skills. You're not gonna polish those instincts, And Sosuke seems to disagree with him at first, but I think starts to come around to it. But this episode made me like Sosuke's character a lot more and understand him a lot more, and get kind of where he's coming from. Momo, oh my sweet Momo, you buddy. You need a relationship, but not with Go, or you need like somebody to help you out with this, because that boy, he needs to take a chill pill. I feel like his older brother was kind of cool about it. He's like, oh, you're cute. Hey, let me talk to you. I'm kind of flirty. And Momo was like the extreme of flirt, and it's like, oh no, buddy. And Notori and Rin are just like, oh. But yeah, Haru. I feel like Haru doesn't understand Sosuke. He's just kind of like, And he doesn't even call him Sosuke. He's like Yamazaki, and because they're not familiar with each other, And Sosuke calls him Nanase. So I think that's really funny that they don't acknowledge each other. But I'm like, I know how this show works. I know how the friendship of this show works. If Rei and Rin can become friends, I want Sosuke and Haru to kind of become friends now. I'm like, come on now. Yeah. So I'm just going to say it. Do I ship Rin with Sosuke? Kind of. I don't know. This episode, I'm like, I get it. And Sosuke's all on board the Rin train, for sure. But Haru's kind of like, I don't know, y'all. I don't want to say ships for sure. I can see the Rin and Sosuke ship. I can see it after this episode. I see it. I'm all for it. But I get the people that ship Rin and Haru together too. So it's like, what do we do? What do we do? Momo needs to be shipped with somebody, but not Go. Just give that boy something. And Notori deserves a medal, because he's not only been best friend from last season, but he's trying his hardest to get better so he can be in the relay. It's like, I love you. Man. But yeah, this episode was really good. I liked it. I liked all the explanations. I liked the ideologies between Sosuke and Rin, how they've influenced one another. The power of Nakama coming in to be like, come on, Sosuke, join our club. Join our magical friendship group. And I'm ready for it. I'm ready for all the feels. Because Sosuke, for being as stoic of a character, is surprisingly expressive. Sometimes when they animate him, and this episode was like one of those moments. Also, like, Sosuke in grade school was basically a middle schooler. Like, he was already had a deep voice even as a kid. It's like, oh. But yeah, I'm curious what you all thought. It looks like next episode is more Iwatobi focused, which is fine. But I've honestly liked the Samazuka focus, to be real. I've liked that we focused on their academy here too, and all these first years, and poor Iwatobi still doesn't have any new members. I'm really nervous for him, guys. This is episode 4. I know this season has 13 episodes, but we're at the 1/4. We're 1/4 of the way through the season, and we still don't have any new members. Kind of worried about that. But we're having the prefectural tournament. I'm assuming it's not next episode, but maybe episode 6. Last season we didn't do the first tournament until episode 7. So if we do the first tournament episode 6 of this season, that would make kind of sense. But I'm really curious, y'all. So I'm curious what you thought about this episode. I liked it a lot. I'm glad we have more information about Sosuke now. His character makes a lot more sense. I like that him and Rin are still like doing the rock, paper, scissors, still combating each other. It's wonderful. So, in any case, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. Stay safe. And yeah, I'll be back next week with more free Eternal Summer. Bye.